All right, he was the Rookie of the Year in the National League last year. His Los Angeles Dodgers have hit a little bit of a speed bump here in August, but not this man personally, who comes bearing gifts courtesy of Metrex fitness nutrition brand, the spokesman of that as well as of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Cody Bellinger. Good to see you, sir.
How you doing? Good to see you,
I'm
too.
doing fine. I am doing just fine. We just showed some footage of you in the Little League World Series from back in the day. Your dad, was he the manager of that team?
First base coach. We
First
had
base
manager
coach.
who was the third base coach.
Okay, and then your dad was a manager of a team later on that he took the Little World Series, and no, he just was part
Just
of it.
that year, yeah.
Just that year.
And then my brother played, and they lost in the regionals. They never quite made it.
Right.
But he was the manager of that team.
And then like Big Al, you hit a dinger.
I hit a dinger. Yeah.
You hit an actual dinger.
One dinger.
Who else from that team has made it to the majors? Anybody else? On your team?
Nobody. I'm still close with a few of them, but I think. And one's still playing, but other than that, it's just me.
What's your first baseball memory?
First baseball memory?
Yeah, man.
Man, I wish I had an answer for you. I don't know.
What did you remember going in? I mean, you'd have been ages 4 to 6 in the Yankee clubhouse, age 7 when you were in the Angels clubhouse. Your dad was in the majors for 4 years. Do you remember being in the Yankee clubhouse at all?
I remember the clubhouse. For me, during the games, I was in the playroom. Me and the kids we weren't watching the games. We were in the playroom.
Do you remember who you were in the playroom with?
Andy Pettit's son Josh. We were really good friends. We still talk here and there, but him, and we had a tight-knit group when my dad played for the Yankees. So we had a lot of kids growing up together, playing in the playroom, not watching the games, and hanging out in the clubhouse. So we kind of had the life.
No kidding. Do you remember going to the World Series at all?
I do. I remember.
Which one?
The 0-1 when they lost. I remember that one.
In Arizona?
Maybe because I've seen video of it, but for whatever reason, I remember sitting in the stands in Arizona and watching the D-backs beat the Yankees.
So Game 7 you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the stands that day too.
Yeah.
Much older, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was
much older. I remember
6 years old.
I remember being there when Rivera came out and struck out the side in the 8th, and I was in a section surrounded by a bunch of player Diamondback wives who were crying because they thought this thing was over.
Yep.
And then
I think we all thought it was over.
And then the 9th inning happened.
Unheard of from Mariano Rivera.
Pretty much. So you were in this. You do remember being there, huh?
I do.
Do you Did you pick anything up at all? Do you think?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I think the thing I learned, maybe not even learned, just being in the clubhouse and being around baseball, my whole life has helped me. I don't know if I learned a specific thing, but I think, like I said, just being around the guys at such a young age was just a huge benefit for me.
Now, we tried to reach your dad last year, and he's, kind of private because we called his firehouse to talk to him after he threw BP to you for the home run derby. What was that like for you guys to go through that for the home run derby last year?
I think that was the coolest experience of the year last year. Obviously, the World Series was unbelievable in itself, but having him throw to me in the home run derby was special. Really nerve-wracking. I don't know if he was nervous. I was definitely nervous walking up to the plate. But I thought it was going to be cool, but it blew it out of the water. How cool it was.
I was about to say, I mean, that's got to be as great as it comes. There's your dad. There you are. You've made it to the All-Star game. You're having a great rookie season. He's pitching to you. You're in a home run derby. The whole country's watching. That's amazing.
Amazing. Looking back at it, it was crazy. I think during the year, everything just kind of happens so quick that you're just kind of enjoying it. Didn't really have time to reflect on it till after the season. But
sure.
I think the Derby was cool, especially the new format they got with the time.
That is, I think they've nailed it.
Mm-hmm. They nailed it.
I went with my kids this year, and the excitement of the final round with Schwarber, who I think I called him he's like a fire hydrant with a Cubs hat on his head.
He is.
And just cranking them out one after another. It was a billion degrees, and then Bryce Harper comes back with the extra time, knocks one out of the park.
With him. 15 or 30 seconds ago, he hit like 8 or 9 out. So
how tough is that?
It's hard. It's nerve-wracking, and usually when you hit BP, you got a turtle above you, and when you're hit with no turtle, it does make a difference. It's kind of awkward.
What do you mean by it when you're to explain to us?
Turtle is the batting cage above your head that you're hitting in. So if you foul a ball off, it goes into the cage instead of the stands.
Right.
You're not hitting with a cage. You feel open and a little awkward at first, but I don't know. I think the 2-minute mark, you get one timeout, you're pretty tired. So it's hard, but like I said, you got a lot of adrenaline going.
And of course, now did Cody Bellinger here on the Rich Eisen show? Did you tell your dad, hey, you got to throw it here? I mean, did you give him a look at sometimes if he didn't nail the spot? Did you?
I think he started to figure out a few seconds in where I was swinging, where I was hitting him, and he just tried to hit that spot every single time. Right. It was up and in. Do
you think it affected the way you played the season, the second half?
No, I think that's a huge myth or rumor. It didn't affect me. It hasn't affected Harper this year.
Not at all.
It hasn't affected Muncy really this year. I don't think it has an effect at all. You take BP every day, so that's just a glorified BP.
So would you do it again?
I would do it again. I think I would enjoy it a lot more if it was at home in front of the home crowd.
Well, 2020.
That's right.
It's right here.
It's coming up.
And did you give tips to Muncy? Because that guy was cranking it out too.
He was. I thought he had a chance to win after the first round. I thought so too.
The first round he was great, but it's just, again, it's so tough.
It's tiring.
Yeah, I got to call time.
He does it every day in BP, so I thought for sure he had a chance. And Turner Ward hitting coaches throwing strikes, and that's all you can ask for as a hitter.
Okay. Let's take a 60-second break, come back. I want to hit you on the current state of the Dodgers and what's in the bag. That red bag that you got here right there.
Got some gifts for you.
Gifts for me?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Never seen before.
Because in terms of me or ever on planet
Earth?
Planet Earth.
On planet Earth. Hasn't even came out yet.
Definitely you. Definitely.
I feel like it's that Pulp Fiction moment. Like it's going to open up and it's going to glow gold.
Just some cookie bites.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Golden cookie bites. Fantastic. All right, let's take a break. Back in 60 seconds with last year's National League Rookie of the Year, Los Angeles Dodger, Cody Bellinger. And your phone calls, they're all at Ryan Leaf making his way to the studio too. All right, he's wearing a Metrex shirt, and he's got a Metrex bag, and we're going to find out what's inside the bag. The hat belongs to Cody Bellinger, the Los Angeles Dodgers. During the commercial break, Chris, Cody, you turned to me, and I was telling you how when I pitch wiffle ball to my kids, I want to make sure it's the right spot, and the pressure's on right there. And I told you my youngest son is a lefty, and he watches you playing baseball, and he knows, you got to hit that sweet spot. He's got a sweet left-handed swing.
That's right.
And then you asked me, are they playing coach pitch right now? And my kid's in a league where it's half coach pitch and it's half kids pitch, age 7. And the look you're giving me right now is kind of a look that I gave the people who are in charge of the league. Like, what are we doing here? Because my son looks forward to hitting all week. He got up to the plate in his last game of the year, okay? And the first pitch, and we were so excited. It's the last game of the year. He was batting second. It was fantastic. Didn't have to wait long. First pitch, Cody, from a kid, hits him right in the ribs.
Unreal.
And he goes down. And the ump, who is terrific, says, take your base. So my son starts, he's crying. He's hurt.
Yeah.
So dad comes out in my flip-flops. And I, make sure he's okay. But at that point, I tell my son, go back to home plate. Take your cut. And the ump's like, no, he's got to take first. And for a split moment, I was that dad on the field with everybody looking at me. Trying to tell the umpire, what do you mean he's taking his base? I said to him, he's been waiting all week to hit. What are we teaching him? That he gets hit by a pitch, he's got to take his base? When a 7-year-old who's got no, I didn't want to criticize a 7-year-old right there.
That's tough. It's a tough situation to be in.
What do you think?
I mean, rules are the rules. I think if you get hit, you got to take the base.
Oh, my gosh.
But I don't know if you can put 7-year-olds, they don't know where the ball's going.
Right.
So and the games don't really count. So, I'm on both sides here. I think you should be able to hit too if you want.
Okay, thank you, Cody Bellinger.
Yep, I got you.
All right. Your dad, would he approve of that sort of?
Yeah, he'd approve.
Okay, very good.
He would approve. I approve.
Cody Bellinger, the Los Angeles Dodgers here on the show. What's going on with the team right now, Cody? I know that's a macro question, but it seems that you guys have hit a bit of a lull here. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. We had a good series in Seattle right before. We came across some good pitching, and I think we've been through it last year. We lost 14 straight in September last year, and everyone thought the world was ending. We weren't even going to make playoffs, and here we are again in the same situation. Obviously, we had a little bit of a lead when we were losing last year, but I don't know, for whatever reason, we go through these stretches as a team, and and we snap out of it. So not that it's going to come easy, but I think we have on paper the best team in the National League. So once it all starts coming together, we're going to be perfectly fine.
Now, I know it's a team effort, and it all comes down to what you do innings 1 through 9. But lately, the bullpen has struggled to hold leads. Even Kenley Jansen coming back has been touchable in a way that he has not been. How difficult is it to lose games continuously when you're leading and it's late and suddenly you're going back to the clubhouse without a W?
Yeah, it's hard. I think it's hard for everybody on the team. It's hard for the coaching staff. It's hard on the players. But like I said, we have no one might not believe us. We still have full confidence in the guys we put out there. I think we've dealt with a lot of injuries this year. A lot of key guys went down early, and we've just been trying to grind it out. But once the time comes down and we need to start winning games like we do now, I think we're going to be perfectly fine.
And what happened last year that you're trying to replicate this year that you snapped out of it? How does that happen?
It's just you're playing every day. You're grinding every single day at 7 o'clock, and sometimes things just don't go your way. We've had plenty of opportunities with guys in base where a few inches that way or a few inches this way we get a hit. That's just the way the game goes. Sometimes you hit it right at people, and you're 0 for whatever with guys in runners in scoring position. But like I said, with that, I think we're going to be perfectly fine.
And is there a players only meeting that's happened? Or are you going to have one?
Yeah, we have meetings every day. I said it's never a lack of preparation for us. We prepare every day like we did last year. Getting to the World Series, it's just a matter of doing the job. And unfortunately, we didn't do it last series, but we scored 20 plus runs a series before that. So that's just the way baseball goes.
Cody Bellinger here on the Rich Eisen Show. Scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being crazy and 10 being really crazy. How crazy is Yasiel Puig? Scale of 1 to 10. How crazy?
I'll give him a 5 in between.
Crazy and really crazy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Like in the clubhouse, he's always supportive. But he licks his bat, after a foul ball. So, what kind of crazy is that? I don't know.
You've never done that?
I've never done that.
Have you ever kissed your bat? You ever done anything like that?
I might have kissed my bat for like a hit, but not after a foul ball. Licking the bat in front of 40,000 people.
What about snapping it over your leg? Have you ever been able to do that?
No.
Do you want to do that?
I want to do it bad. And I've done it like on the side. I was like, can I actually do this? And I don't think I have a shot yet.
So if it's ever cracked or in any way, shape, or form broken, you can give it a whirl then.
I'm going to do it down in the tunnel in case I don't snap it.
Very
so
good.
I'm not embarrassed on the field.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Until I know I can do it.
Is the shift in baseball, Cody Bellinger, is it biased against left-handed hitters?
I think so. I think you can't put a guy in left center against a righty because if he hits, there's still going to be a hit. You get hits because of the shift where they would have been, but more oftentimes than not, you're going to get a hit taken away. That's part of the game now, unfortunately, but I think it's definitely a disadvantage for lefties.
Would you bunt if you get shifted enough? Would you actually do that?
You can bunt all the time, but now the third baseman's right there, so you can't even bunt anymore. Or for the most part.
Yeah, but
I can't bunt.
Nobody comes to the game to watch you bunt.
No,
no
chance.
That's what I'm saying.
But sometimes you need a hit. You're going to bunt.
So if you could change anything in Major League Baseball, what would it be?
I would like to have the mound scooted back, but that's never going to happen.
What do you mean?
Because everyone throws like 95, with a really good curveball. That's just me being a hitter.
So 62.
More time to react.
62 feet, 63 feet.
Yeah.
Something
what is the normal distance?
60 feet, 6 inches, sir.
Yeah. That'll never happen, but that'd be nice.
Part of, what I would change?
What would you change?
What I would change is if there is a scuffle on the field, okay, nobody's allowed to lightly jog in from the bullpen. You're not allowed to come in from the bullpen.
You can't come in, or you got to be on a full sprint.
Here's what I will do. I will walk before I run, figuratively. I will say you must be full sprinting. Like, we've got to time your ass to get in there. Like, don't just lightly jog. Oh, I'm coming in. I'm doing this sort of. Like what happened with the other day with Puig, you know? Everyone's just jogging in from the pen. You got to either haul ass or you're not allowed to come in at all. That's what I'm saying.
I like that. It's usually how brawls are: 5 to 15 seconds of pushing each other, and then it evens out unless it's like a serious brawl. I haven't been in it's too serious of a brawl yet in the big leagues.
Well, what happened the other day? Were you were involved in that scuffle?
I tried grabbing Puig, and he's really strong. He got away from me real quick. So then I went right into the scuffle of everything. And
what's going on in there? What are people saying? Stuff like that.
A lot of pushing, a lot of a lot of cuss words.
Okay.
But like I said, at that point the bullpens are in, and you got your teams right here, and then you're gonna get pushed to one side, and then eventually it evens out.
Okay. Yeah, just this stuff looks really silly. What's going on in the bag, brother?
Brand new cookie bites.
Okay.
Protein. Mm-hmm. You can use some after your 40-yard dash,
Okay.
Recover. And
it won't help me get faster?
It might help you get faster. Who knows?
All right, open the bag. Let me see these. This is a brand new protein-packed snack option. Metrex Cookie Bites, everybody.
Yes. Hey, they're good, too. The chocolate chip one is good.
All right, here we go. Cody Bellinger, that's an unzipping a red Metrex bag.
I'm going to give you the chocolate chip kind.
All right, that's what I'd like to have. Here we go.
And you got a card.
Oh, there's a card in there, too. It's a box, Cookie Bites. You want one, guys?
I'm in.
He's hungry over there.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to sidearm it. I'm going to sidearm it. Okay, are you ready? Oh, I missed that. But that was a good strike, though, wasn't it?
Not bad. Yeah, you hit the box right there.
You got to go high.
It's like throwing a first pitch.
It's like throwing a first pitch?
Yeah, you got to get through high. It's higher than...
There you go.
On the roll.
Here you go, Mike. And get this one. Oh, God, I'm stuck. I shouldn't be throwing out.
Leave it to the All-Star.
Sticky packaging.
Yeah, here you go.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. That works.
Better.
Okay, now I'll just try one. What do you like these? What do you like about these, brother?
Well, there's a lot of protein in them. 12 grams.
Soft.
Ooh.
Healthy snacks on the go.
Oh, my gosh. This is really good.
It tastes good,
delicious.
too.
Chocolate chip, chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah. These and the 100 bars they're all over our clubhouse. They're in my locker.
Okay.
They're part of a lot of guys' daily routine.
Okay.
Whether you're just after a workout, I eat one.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I don't like to eat a full meal before a game, just so I'm not, too full. So I just eat a bar and I'm ready to go.
This is perfect. Usually right around now at this time of the show, I'm about halfway in, like 90 minutes in. Mm-hmm. I'm like feeling a little bit, I need a bite.
There you go. And it's a cookie. Who doesn't want a cookie?
Who doesn't want a cookie?
Right?
Just like you'd love them thrown your way every now and then, right?
Yeah. Hey, we all need cookies when we're hitting.
I bet. At Cody_Bellinger. Great to have you here, man. Don't be a stranger. We're practically neighbors.
Great to be here.
Chavez Ravine and El Segundo is next door neighbors,
right.
but we'll do it.
Great to be here. Nice studio too.
Thank you. Do you play golf?
I like golf.
Okay. Do you want to take a couple of putts?
I'll putt.
Okay.
That's like the only decent part of my game, actually.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I know you have someplace to be, but I'm going to keep you after class for just a couple of minutes. Let's have a putt-off contest over there.
Deal.
And who's the best football player on the Dodgers? I saw you one-hand Odell Beckham. You sort of did an Odell Beckham catch the other day.
Yeah. I posted on Instagram. It kind of blew up. It was a youth football. So a little smaller. That's why.
No. Start again. Start again. The football you caught was a real football, right?
It was a real
Let's
football.
Start again.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the other day you posted on Instagram you're one-handing a football, right?
Yep. Our first base coach was mic'd up. Went back to Seattle, so we had our camera guy there. Mm-hmm. And randomly happened. I just told him I was going to one-hand it. Mm-hmm. He threw a perfect pass right here, and
boom.
Stuck it.
Yeah. No gloves, right? You
no
don't need
gloves. I don't need gloves.
No, of course not. So who's the best football player on the Dodgers?
On the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Jock was good in high school.
Okay.
Jock Peterson, from what I've heard and from what he said.
Okay.
George Lombard, our first base coach, was an All-American.
Great.
Not me though. I didn't play.
Well, see, you got to upgrade. You got to up your story game. You're a fantastic football player with a real football and everything. Cody Bellinger is here. Check it out again. The new protein pack snack option, Metrex Cookie Bites. Check it out. These are delicious. At Cody_Bellinger as well on Twitter.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.